think of myself as an introvert. I mean, I've always been introverted, so I've always thought, oh, it would be so great if I was an extrovert. I think because I don't usually participate like that much in class. Like that's harder for me.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين With that, we welcome you to another episode. Excuse me. We welcome you to another episode of History, Community Life, Diversity of Most Americans in New England. I am Hasson, Rashid, your host, and I'll be here with you for approximately 25 more minutes. You know, it's always excellent being here with you. And once again, it's such a great achievement to come into your lives like we do here daily at the CCTV. With that, I extend international, universal, cordial peace out to you in the Arabic language, and that is Salam Alaikum. Peace be unto you. Hello, Cambridge. Welcome, and thank you for joining us once again. Okay, as you might be aware of, there's about 8 more days before spring. 8 more days before spring is sprung. That's the end of the cold months. Hopefully, the end of the cold weeks. Okay, so we can anticipate several more cold weeks after it is officially spring is officially declared. Okay, spring is officially among us. Okay, etc. etc. Okay, and it's about 2 more months before the first of Ramadan. You know, Ramadan, that's when the Muslims go out fasting and celebrating the glory of Allah. Okay, for 30 days. Okay, so that's just about 2 months away. Okay, we'll have more detailed information on that as as the weeks wind down towards the holy month of Muslims, Ramadan. Okay, the opening book that was the opening video you heard, that was the Muslims' prayer for guidance, Fatiha, the opening, the Muslims' prayer for guidance, Muslim Americans' prayer for guidance. You know, since this is we had International Women's Day last week on the 8th of March, but for the rest of the month is still National Women's Month here in the United States. So we're going to try to put some focus on women in Islam and how they are in the equation of National Women's Month. Okay, so and in particular, I'd like to put some focus on some famous, great Muslim women. But but first, I'd like to remind you that. I'd like to remind you that the Islamic Center of North America and the Muslim Association of Students, the Muslim American Student, MAS, that's the acronym for MAS, that's Muslim American Society. They're having a joint convention starting on April 19th to 21st down in Washington, D.C. That is the 44th Annual ICNA and Mass Convention 2019. And this will be held on Easter weekend. That's Easter weekend, April 19th to 21st at the Walter E. Washington Convention Center down in Washington, D.C. The convention theme will be Healing Humanity. Hear that? Healing Humanity. Lessons from Islam. Confirmed speakers include Javed Siddiqui, president of ICNA, Shi Yasser Qadi, Shi Almar Suleiman, Shi Abdul Nasser Jenda, Shi Abdul Rahman Khan, Shi Yusuf Isla, Shi Sister Linda Shah, Sister Sarah Bellew, and many others in addition to the main programs that will also be parallel speeches and workshops. So last year convention attracted roughly 22,000 attendees and offered more than 150 speakers giving presentation in more than 30 sessions. Regular features of the convention included a Quran competition, matrimonial service, a youth conference, a children program, midnight basketball, and a sprawling bazaar with hundreds of vendors. Attendees had the wonderful opportunity to network and socialize with friends and acquaintances. Visit www.icnaconvention.org to register or for more information. So that's the annual ICNA and Mass. That's the Islamic Circle of North America, or Center Circle of North America, and the Muslim American Society 2019 Convention. moves to April 19th to 21st. Okay, so they're moving the date to April 19th through 21st in Washington, D.C. So don't you forget those dates, okay? That's the Muslim American Society and Islamic Center of North America's annual convention down in Washington, D.C., okay? Another event that's coming up is the 5th Annual National Muslim Advocacy Day, okay? The U.S. Council of Muslim Organizations, USMO, is sponsoring the 5th Annual National Muslim Advocacy Day on April 1st to 2nd, 2019 at Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. And all representatives for national, state, and local Muslim organizations, communities are welcome to register for this two-day advocacy event. Muslim delegates and activists will have the opportunity to discuss the congressional offices, the most pressing issues affecting Muslim Americans in the U.S. today, effective advocacy techniques, and an in-depth overview of this year's advocacy day agenda issues will be provided in a series of online training seminars for those who register. Last year's event was attended by more than 450 Muslim delegates from 30 states who met with nearly 320 congressional officers, meeting with the legislative staff of a third of the House of Representatives and almost half of the Senate. The goal is to make this year's Advocacy Day even the most effective and fruitful ever. Change starts with a voice, and this event provides the platform. Register at https USCMO.org/. For additional information, go to icnacsj.org/contact USA. That's for more information on the 5th Annual National Muslim Advocacy Day, and I'm sure that your respective Islamic meeting places, centers, assembly places will have more information on 5th Annual National Muslim Advocacy Day. Okay, we're gonna put a little focus on some Muslim women, famous Muslim women. Okay, tolerate me for a little while until I get set up here. For Muslim women, Islam is empowerment, not oppression. Okay, so there was an article called for Muslim women, Islam is empowerment, not oppression. Okay, empowered, not oppressed. Okay, so we're gonna put a little emphasis on that since this is the National Women's Month. Okay, when we think of women who inspire us to do more, to be better, and to achieve for His sake, that's Allah, God, and out of love for Him, we are reminded to honor our Creator by honoring ourselves. We must find and protect our dignity and self-respect. We must take time for ourselves and to love ourselves who we are. We are worth it. Don't listen to anyone who tells you otherwise. You are Muslim women. You work hard for the sake of Allah in your homes, in your communities, in your masjid, in your schools, in hospitals, in corporations, and government. Today, you are featured on billboards, on television, magazines, and throughout the public sphere. Your sons and your daughters see us and hear us, see you and hear you. We will not be silenced. We will not be left unheard. We will not be invisible. You are Muslim women empowered by Islam and not oppressed by it. Okay, all right. Okay, let's move on to something else concerning Muslim women. Okay, we have one here. Ilhan Omar. You know, Ilhan Omar made quite a bit of noise down in Congress. She got them to pass some legislation that she inspired. Okay, Ilhan Omar, Beyond Stereotypes, Contemporary Muslim Women Leaders. Okay, Ilhan Omar, the 35-year-old Somali American who has become one of two Muslim women elected to Congress in 2018, spent 4 years in a Kenyan refugee camp and then immigrated with her family to the U.S. at the age of 12. She ran on a progressive platform which she calls a politics of moral clarity and courage. She will work towards canceling student debt, tweeting in October, instead of providing a tax cut to the top 1%. We need to cancel the $1.4 trillion in student debt weighing us down. Okay, she also wants to reduce funding for perpetual war and military aggression and support criminal justice reform. She has been recognized for her hard work with the Commitments to Serve Award, the Champion of Change Awards, given by Minnesota Urban Debate Lead, the Jean and Joseph Sullivan Award, given for communities to advancing human rights and women's leadership. Hall of Fame awards given by the National Association of Women Business Organizations for women who advance business leadership of women, and the 2018 Citizen of the Year award given by Minneapolis Rotary Club, and more. So she's quite a woman. I understand now why she got elected out there in Minnesota. People in Minnesota put her on the ballot and got her successfully seated as a representative of their state. Okay, and not only the state, but a representative of all American citizens and residents. Okay, here's something is entitled Beyond Stereotypes, Contemporary Muslim Women Leaders, the same thing. Okay, Muslim Girls Making Changes. Okay, Karen Wakra Bekesi Abdi Kader Hawa Adam and Lena Ganawi are high school students in the small city of Burlington, Vermont. But once they created their slam poetry quartet, Muslim Girls Making Change, their voices could not be ignored. They performed their passionate poetry on issues of social justice. They had to break down the stereotype about Muslims and other minority communities. They have performed both in the U.S. and on the international stage. In June 2018, they won a National Education Award, Human and Civil Rights Award, the Sue Ann Big Crow Memorial Award, recognizing their social justice outreach. Whenever you hear the word terrorism, I don't want the first thing you think about is Islam, because Islam, to me, is a religion of peace. You know, he told the Associated Press. Okay, okay, okay. Another one is in the Beyond Stereotypes Contemporary Muslim Women Leaders series, featured in this magazine that I got. I don't know if it'll be right to mention the name of the magazine I got this from. I'm quoting from or reading from, but I don't know. I'm going to do it anyway. It may not be right, but okay. It's called the Message International magazine, and that's where I got this from. And they're featured on the cover, the women and the future of women in the United States. See that? Future of women in the United States. Since this is Women's History Month, I'm putting the emphasis on women, Muslim women in the United States right now. Okay. Next week we'll cover some more on the general population, from the general population of women in the United States, but specifically now it's a Muslim Women's Hour here. Okay. Ibtihaj Muhammad. Okay, that's her name. Ibtihaj Muhammad began fencing at 13-year-old, and in 2016 became the first woman to compete in the Olympics wearing hijab. Hijab, that's the head wrap that you see the Muslim women wear. Hijab, okay? She received a bronze medal for women individual sabers in the Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro. It's a tough political environment we're in right now. Muslims are under the microscope, Muhammad said. It's all really a big dream. I don't think it hits me yet. The honoring of representing Muslims and black women is one I don't take lightly. She was a 3-time NCAA All-American and the 2005 Junior Olympic champion. Ibtihi graduated from Duke University in 2007 and with double and majors in international relations and African American studies. She served on the U.S. Department of State Empowering Women and Girls Through Sports Initiative and gives of her time teaching fencing into inner city youth mentoring foundation started by Olympian Peter Westberg. Okay, right now we're going to take a little pause, and I want to share with you again.
Watch.
If I can, I want to share with you again the opening video, which is the Muslim prayer for guidance. And you hear me recite this every time I come on the air here well, every other week here at CCTV. And you're wondering, why is he just saying that? Well, that's how we start off everything. The opening, Muslim guidance. We can't do anything without that. Okay, that's how we measure the footsteps of ourselves, our children, our community, etc., etc., etc. Okay, and everything that surrounds us at large. I'm gonna play that one more time for you. Okay.
أعوذ
Okay, this is a Muslim prayer for guidance.
بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Okay, that's the Al-Fatiha. That's the first chapter or surah in Arabic of the Quranic. That's the Muslim holy book, the Holy Quran. And in this verse, it's entitled Al-Fatiha, the opening, and it is the opening. The as Muslims open their day, and in their day asking Allah for guidance. Okay, so this is an opening. The Muslims are ensured success throughout the day from the enemies of God and throughout the night. So I'm gonna give you the English translation of what you just heard. I know it was on the screen there, but here it is again. In the name of God, Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. All praises for Allah, Lord of all the worlds, the most compassionate, most merciful, master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us along the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, and not those you are displeased with, or those who go astray. So that's the Muslims asking Allah for guidance, okay? And that is obligatory. That is a must. That has to be done before anything else. This ensures our victory, our success against the accursed Satan. Without that, we would have no success against the unnatural forces on planet Earth. Okay, put it that way. Okay, I'm Hasson Rashid. I got a few more minutes here, and this is the history of community life diversity of Muslim Americans in New England. I have a few more minutes here, and I'd like to share something else on from the women in the Muslim American community. Okay, from the Beyond Stereotypes series, Contemporary Muslim Women Leaders. This is next a little history about Dr. Ingram Matson. Okay, Dr. Ingram Matson is an outspoken academic and religious leader. Soon after 9/11, she wrote in an article, "So often it seems we have to apologize for reprehensible actions committed by Muslims in the name of Islam. We tell our Americans, people who do these things, oppression of women, persecution of religious minorities, terrorism, persecution of persecution of religious minorities, terrorism, have distorted the true Islam. And so often we have to tell our Muslims throughout the world that America is not as bad as it appears. We say these policies support oppressive government's enforcement of sanctions responsible for the death of almost 1 million Iraqi children, vetoing any criticism of Israel at the United Nations, contradicting the true values of America. But frankly, American Muslims have generally been more critical of injustice committed by the American government than of injustice committed by Muslims. This has to change. Madison is currently the London and Windsor Community Chair in Islamic Studies at Huron University College at the University of Western Ontario. That's in Canada. Since 2012, she has been a professor at Tehran University College teaching courses in classical Islamic thought, culture, and practices, Islamic ethics, interpreting the Quran. She has her bachelor's degree from the University of Waterloo in philosophy and fine arts and a doctorate in Near Eastern language and civilization from the University of Chicago. Dr. Madison has received numerous awards and is the recipient of honorary doctorates from Trinity College, Hartford, and the Chicago Theological Seminary. You know, it's about that time again when we must wind it up. I'm Hasson Rashid. You know, I always leave you with the fact that superiorwism can never be subjected by inferiorwism. So until next time, I leave you as I came with the international universal cordial of peace in the Arabic language, and that was Assalamu alaikum. That is Assalamu alaikum. Okay, until next time, don't forget now 8 more days before spring. And let's try that one more time.
آمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم